Yellowstone fans say Taylor Sheridan is sabotaging series in act of mockery against Kevin Costner. As the beloved TV show comes to an end, Yellowstone fans think the show's creator is trying to ruin it. Taylor Sheridan is the creator of the hit show and directed various episodes, along with casting himself as a reoccurring character. Yellowstone starred Kevin Costner as the head of the powerful Dutton family, John Dutton. But fans haven't been enjoying the latest season, taking to Reddit to share their thoughts about it, blaming Taylor for their belief in the decline. A fan of the show took to Reddit to share their theory of self-sabotage. They wrote that Taylor has so many shows now that I think he doesn't have the passion for it as much as he did. They also believe that the way Taylor's character, Travis Wheatley, is framed in the show is a dig at the star, Kevin Costner. Taylor's character, whilst being made out to be the savior, also is an inepta who doesn't give us. About the Duttons or the ranch, the person penned, "He's almost too perfectly written, and I think that's intentional." They continued, "Making his character out to be the perfect cowboy, I also think is to belittle Kevin Costner's character in the show." Some users agreed with the theory, comparing it to a similar theory about The Sopranos creator David Chase. He intentionally cast an actress who looked like a TV critic from the NY Post and had the character humiliated before she was killed off, that user said of David. But another user thought it was far-fetched. They wrote, "All signs are pointing towards Sheridan having absolutely zero self-awareness, or possibly a narcissist, but he's not stupid. He wouldn't purposely nosedive his flagship TV show. There's too many ripple effects that would hit him financially." Taylor is also the creator of various other hit dramas like Mayor of Kingstown, Tulsa King, Lioness, and the various Yellowstone spin-offs. In recent months, a growing faction of Yellowstone fans has expressed frustration over what they believe to be a deliberate and unsettling shift in the series' direction. Many have begun to accuse creator Taylor Sheridan of sabotaging the show in a thinly veiled act of mockery against its star, Kevin Costner. What was once a gritty, compelling portrayal of modern-day ranching and power struggles has evolved into something that feels unrecognizable to longtime fans. The question on everyone's lips: has Sheridan turned against the very show that made him a household name? To understand the outrage, we need to look at the evolution of Yellowstone and the behind-the-scenes drama that has spilled into the public eye. When Yellowstone premiered in 2018, it struck a perfect balance between traditional Western themes and modern storytelling, attracting a vast audience with its tense plots, complex characters, and stunning visuals. Kevin Costner's portrayal of John Dutton, the patriarch of the Dutton family, was a major factor in the show's success. His nuanced performance brought gravitas and depth to the character, a role that seemed custom-built for the actor. It was clear that Costner's presence was integral to the show's identity. But as the series progressed, something began to shift. Fans began to notice subtle changes in the storytelling and character development. First, there was the departure of several key characters, each exit seemingly more abrupt than the last. Then came the storyline decisions that felt, to many viewers, less grounded in the show's original appeal. Where the first few seasons had been a masterclass in tension, family drama, and moral ambiguity, the later seasons seemed to lean into a chaotic mess of new subplots that didn't resonate with fans. But it wasn't just the content of the show that had changed. It was the apparent behind-the-scenes issues that had left the show's fate in limbo. As the tension between Costner and Sheridan reportedly escalated, the whispers of animosity began to grow louder. Allegedly, Costner's scheduling conflicts with his other projects, particularly his involvement in the film Horizon, contributed to the strain. But many fans believe the situation goes beyond mere scheduling issues. According to a vocal segment of the fanbase, Sheridan has taken subtle jabs at Costner's character, both in the storyline and through the way the show has been developed. One of the clearest signs that something was amiss came in Season 5. Fans began to notice that John Dutton, once the heart and soul of the series, was being pushed into the background. While Costner's performance was still lauded, his character's screen time seemed to dwindle, leaving fans frustrated by the lack of focus on the Dutton family's central figure. Some viewers took this as a sign that Sheridan was intentionally sidelining Costner's character, perhaps in response to the actor's reported demands for more time off due to his other projects. But the most shocking move came with the decision to announce a Yellowstone spin-off series, 1923, which starred Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren. While fans were excited about the fresh direction and new cast, there was an underlying sense that this spin-off was, in some way, a replacement for the original series. With 1923 pulling in massive viewership and acclaim, many began to wonder whether Sheridan was slowly grooming Yellowstone to be a vehicle for his new projects, leaving the original show to wither. This sense of betrayal reached its peak when news broke of Costner's reduced role in the latter half of Season 5. The show's producers reportedly adjusted the shooting schedule to accommodate Costner's other commitments, and the final episodes were reshaped to reduce his screen time further. To many fans, this felt less like a scheduling compromise and more like a calculated effort to phase out Costner's involvement, which many saw as a personal slight. Adding fuel to the fire were Sheridan's interviews, in which he appeared to take thinly veiled digs at the actor. While not overtly hostile, Sheridan's comments about Yellowstone's direction and its future seemed to subtly undermine Costner's contributions. It was as if the creator of the show, once lauded for his storytelling prowess, was engaging in a bit of revisionist history, downplaying the crucial role that Costner had played in making Yellowstone a phenomenon. The accusations of sabotage didn't stop with the on-screen changes. Fans began to see parallels between the storylines in the later seasons and Sheridan's broader career ambitions. With 1923, 1883, and even the upcoming 66-66 spin-off, many felt that Sheridan was steering the narrative toward a broader, historical vision of the American West, one that sidelined the contemporary ranching drama that had made Yellowstone so compelling in the first place. It felt, to some, like the very essence of the show was being sacrificed in favor of a larger, more sprawling universe. A universe where Costner's John Dutton, and by extension Yellowstone, was no longer necessary. Fans have taken to social media to express their anger, with many calling Sheridan's moves a mockery of the series that Costner helped build. Some have even gone so far as to say that Sheridan is purposefully undermining Yellowstone to diminish the actor's legacy, which has contributed to a rift in the Yellowstone fandom. The debates on social platforms have become heated, with some fans defending Sheridan's artistic vision and others accusing him of betraying the foundation of the series in an attempt to shift focus away from Costner and his character. The theory that Sheridan is sabotaging the series as a form of revenge is also fueled by the timing of certain decisions. Sheridan, who is known for his strong creative direction, has always been in control of the show's narrative. So when fans began to notice unexplained shifts in character arcs, particularly around Costner's absence, many were quick to jump to the conclusion that it wasn't just a coincidence. It was part of a larger plan to move away from the Dutton family, and John Dutton in particular. In conclusion, while there is no concrete evidence to support the idea that Taylor Sheridan is actively sabotaging Yellowstone, the growing sense of dissatisfaction among fans cannot be ignored. From the sidelining of Kevin Costner's character to the rise of Sheridan's other spin-off projects, the show's future appears uncertain, and the relationship between its creator and star remains under intense scrutiny. Whether these changes are the result of personal tension or creative evolution, one thing is clear. Yellowstone fans are vocal in their belief that the series they fell in love with is being irrevocably altered, and they're not afraid to say so. For them, the once epic saga of the Dutton family is now just a shadow of its former glory.